Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody had a great day. Appreciate you guys once again being out. I know it's always good to be able to see a little bit of the first day in pads. I thought we had a spirited workout. Really enjoyed watching the guys compete. I thought, there were definitely some ups and downs throughout the course of the practice, but the energy on the defensive side of the ball, especially, was impressive to how we finished, and we introduced some situations, throughout the course of practice. Third down situations. We got some competitive drills there in our special teams units. Really wanted to see a physical practice show up, and I think our guys, answered the call when it came to that, and it was a good first day in pads. Still a lot of learning that's going on, but you're really impressed with the guys and the growth of what they're showing. Some of the newcomers that have joined the program, the way that they're transitioning, and really bringing a great edge to what we're looking to do, and some of our young guys that are growing up. And I thought the two freshman receivers once again had another good day. Seeing them progress along. Defensively, I thought we flew around, pretty well for the most part. We were able to create some explosive plays. It was definitely exciting to see, and we're going to have to continue to build upon that. But it's good to get the first day of pads in the books. We'll go back and watch the film, and you'll be able to improve from there.
Yeah, Mike, I was going to ask you about the defense. I know it's one day and it's in pads, but how encouraged were you with the pass rush, the playmaking, I know it's coming at the expense of your offense, so maybe the excitement is tempered a little, but overall, what did you think of the defense and how encouraged are you by it?
Oh, man, I thought it was a good first day in pads. I mean, that's what you hope to see, guys that are, aggressive in mindset. Some of the playmaking ability that showed up today was impressive and something that's definitely needed. But, I thought it was an encouraging first step. First day in pads, you hope to see that true sense of urgency and some of the physicality show up. And, obviously it wasn't perfect throughout the course of the day. But I did like the way that those guys had their mind focused on coming out to attack and to try to establish that mentality. And it was, like I said, there were some ups and downs with it, but I thought they finished with tremendous energy, and I thought we're really flying around at a high level.
Hi, Mike. Following up on that, when the defense did make a play, it seemed like the energy, the response, like teammates, was really strong. I guess, is that what you're looking for from that group in terms of energy and camaraderie?
Yeah, and I mean, you want to see that in all phases, not just defensively, but all phases of our football team. And and that's one of the things I challenged the offense with, is that as a defense really kind of got momentum and the energy was high, and they kept building upon that. We've got to see the same things when things aren't going our way, or when there are negative plays that show up. You've got to control the next one, and it only takes one play to change momentum. And at the end of the day, we've got to still have that sense of urgency and almost excitement for the opportunity to get it right. So I mean, there's some good teaching moments, but I really the energy that I felt from the defensive side today was good to see, and that's something that we've made a big point of emphasis in our off season, almost trying to teach guys how to express themselves in a positive way when good things happen, but also maintain that control and that mindset and keep that energy even when something bad happens. And so we're working away at it, but I thought there were some bright moments, and even in today I kind of pulled myself back in some of the situations just to really see how the players would take it and kind of lead the charge of bringing that intensity. I thought they did a nice job.
It seemed like you guys were doing a lot of those 3rd and 10 situations where it's obvious passing downs, and the defense line's pinning their ears back. The secondary has an eye with what's happening. It seems like the offense is at a pretty big disadvantage at that point. but is the point they have to persevere through that?
No, absolutely, and it's one of those, you're in the third day practice, first day in pads, and you find yourself in some difficult situations, and but you have to respond, and that's where. At the end of the day, there's going to be times that we're going to put both sides of the ball in challenging, situations, and to be able to stay focused on the task at hand, making sure you trust in your fundamentals, those little things, and going out there and playing to the best of your ability. But I wanted to see that speed. I mean, it's one of the things that's no secret. We've got to create a pass rush. We've got to be better in those third and fourth down situations there defensively, and it was good to see that on day one they brought the right mindset to day one of pads. They brought the right mindset in working to get better in those areas.
Hey, Coach, I know you haven't had a chance to watch the film yet, but two young guys that stood out to me in practice were Thomas Schrader and Joshua Farmer. Can you talk a little bit about what you've seen from those two guys through the first 3 days?
Yeah, really excited about both of them. I know I mentioned Thomas. I guess it was yesterday. Really moving to center and getting his first extensive work there. At that position, and I think he's done well. I mean, he's continuing to compete. He is a very detailed young man. Hard worker, excited about what his future is going to be, and really just continue to build upon the versatility that he has. And Josh Farmer, I've been just so excited about the steps that he's taken. I think he's already up 10 to 15 pounds since he's been here just in the spring semester, and a young man that's moved inside, which I think is really going to play well for him and his future, and going to really give him an opportunity to help impact this football team. But his athleticism, he's still learning, catching up with the speed of the game. Just being his third practice here in college, but excited about what Josh has shown, and excited about what his future can be.
We'll go back to Corey from Warcamp.
Yeah, Mike, Kentron had a couple drops, I think yesterday and maybe one even earlier today, and then he goes up and makes an incredible catch over Akeem Dent in 11 on 11. With receivers this young, and you've got, I think, 6 or 7 freshman receivers, how much patience do you have to display at all with these guys? Because there's going to be some ups and downs, and how do they work themselves through it to get to that consistency that you want?
Well, for us, we understand what we're building towards, and I want these guys to come out every day and be the best version of them, but continue to improve. And so it's going to be a process, and that's what spring ball is all about. You've been able to work through that process, develop, grow, do the things necessary to see the application of the improvement or the things that you're trying to get better at, in those areas. And so I thought it was a great moment for Kentron today. In the same situation yesterday, he had a critical drop on a vertical pass down the field, and to be able to come back today and respond in that same situation, but securing the play, it was definitely big. And these guys, their confidence is going to continue to grow as they invest in what they're trying to do. And I'm excited about the group. I mean, Darian Williamson, I think I might have mentioned him yesterday. He's really coming along. I like what I'm seeing from him. I like, obviously I mentioned two other freshmen with Malik and Josh. Both those guys are definitely going to help elevate the receiver room that we have, and and then seeing the growth from the older guys that have been here. I mean, they're definitely there's a lot of hard work that's going into that improvement. I think the guys are doing a nice job, and they just got to embrace that challenge day in and day out.
All right, we're going to go a couple more. We'll go back to Brendan.
Hi, Mike. I know you mentioned Jermaine Johnson on the first day of practice. I guess the two that we were there, he seemed to keep flashing. What's he bringing to the table right now, a few days in?
I think Jermaine is all the things that we were expecting him to be, is in the type of person, the work ethic, the ability that he has. That's showing up. And, we've seen, in big time Division I football games, him making plays. So the playmaking ability is not something that's shocking to me. The thing that I've been really pleased with is just the energy that he brings, the work ethic, the determination, uplifting his teammates. Really being a great leader for that group as well by what he's willing to give, and how he's trying to help build up the other guys, as well as going out there and playing at a high level. And I think he's had a great first 3 days, and we'll continue to push him to get better.
All right, last one will be Gene Williams from Wartown.
Hey, Coach, I was a little premature yesterday probably asking you about the offensive line and defensive line, but you did have some pads on today, so I wonder if you got a better look at those guys, your impressions, and any standouts.
Well, the first day, we got some good on good situations in a sense of, we got some pod work, inside run, and then, obviously as you get to team and third downs, I mean, it's more of, kind of pin your ears back. But, there were good flashes on both sides. I thought inside run, the offensive side of the ball did a really nice job creating some good seams. I thought that, guys like Fabian Lovett, Robert Cooper, Dennis Briggs had some really nice plays, throughout, in the interior of our defense, along with Jermaine. I know he flashed, there in both the run and passing game. So, but I think you're seeing the development, the overall strength of our offensive line. Really pleased with the steps that they've taken. Obviously, we're going to have a great summer as well, leading up to the season. But we're definitely a stronger football team than what we've been, and I think that's showing up. And now it's just building that mentality. I mean, you can talk about being physical all the time, but you've got to go out there and you've got to show it, and that's what we're working towards. And we're going to continue to push and challenge these guys to be consistent in that physicality, in both sides of the offensive and defensive line.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.